It's too warm. It's like 20, 21, 22 degrees today, which may not seem like a lot, but for the UK this is a lot. I don't really know what to talk about. I need an interesting topic to talk about. I'm not really sure what an interesting topic would be. Oh God. Also, in case this does end up on YouTube, can any of you actually guess where I'm from? Well, I'm obviously living in the UK. I mean, that's obvious, but I'm not from here. So the person who guesses gets a hug, sort of. If I ever meet any of you, you can get a hug, maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's just squeeze on past. Oh God. You know, as far as first motovlogs go, this is being a complete mess. Is that like a way of doing this, maybe? If someone is watching this and they've had experience with motovlogs, is that like a right way of doing it? Do I have to like write a script and read it, or should I just get like a little cheat sheet and just tape it to my tank or something, or just grab my phone, just slap it on here on a little phone mount that I've got? That sounds dangerous though, so I'm definitely not going to do that. You know what? I need to gather my thoughts, so I'm gonna find some slightly twistier roads. Nothing particularly twisty, but something a bit more fun than this. So I'll catch up to you in a minute, and I keep talking as if this is actually going on YouTube when it's probably really not. And I know I've said that time and time again, but you know what, that car didn't even sound that bad. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Right, so welcome back. I'm gonna start over now. I am going to start over because so far I've not done the best of jobs. Right. So, hello, welcome to my very first motovlog. As you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is my second attempt at recording this because the first one was simply not very good. It was just bad. I couldn't focus, I didn't know what to say. I started talking about something and then I got sidetracked and I lost my train of thought. So, trying this again. Right, so the topic was discrimination from the police against certain types of bikers, more specifically towards the younger ones. If you don't know, Branson's Motorcycles is a motorbike dealership down in southwest England, Yeovil, Somerset, and just last weekend they celebrated their 40th anniversary, and they had an event going on all weekend. They usually don't open on Sundays, but they did this past Sunday, and yeah, it was a great event. A lot of fun, lots of nice people about, and overall a good time. At some point, I decided to try and test ride one of their bikes. It was a Yamaha MT-03. Yeah, I decided to take one of those out for a spin. And while I was taking care of the paperwork, you know, signing all the insurance stuff that they need to send to the VLIS or something like that, I'm not quite sure how that works, but they need a bunch of insurance paperwork filled out just to make sure that if something does happen to the bike, everything's covered, you're covered, the bike's covered, they're covered, and you know, also legal implications as well, because if I get caught doing something horribly stupid on the bike, they can't be held accountable for my actions. Come on, I know I got right away, but come on then, because I need to gather my thoughts a little bit. That's right. Right. And while we were taking care of the paperwork, an older gentleman approached us, and he overheard us talking about insurance stuff, and it was also complicated just to get someone out to test a bike for half an hour. He overheard us talking, and he actually brought up a very, very good point, that the police tend to pull over and detain younger riders more so than they do older ones. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's just stupid. How can the police tell if someone's old or young if they're on a bike? I mean, they've got a helmet on, they can't quite see their faces, can they? Well, that is true, but if you think about it, younger people tend to be on smaller bikes, 125s, 50cc peds, because bikes are expensive. We can't really afford anything, you know, big and powerful. I'm still rather young. I'm 21 years old. This is my second bike. It's a CBR 650R. I'm going to pull over in a minute and do a little walk around of it, just to introduce you to my beast. So he told us how when he was younger and had a little bike himself, he got pulled over a lot more often by the police, and they weren't kind. They were not. They were not particularly kind. They were a bit harsh. He was a bit of a smart ass as well, so he had a bit of a mouth on him. Actually, let me just pull over here. What the hell did I... Oh, there's a little bit of difference in elevation there. Well, that hurt. Right, as I was saying, the point is, the police tend to pull over younger people more so than older people. Why is that? Well, apparently they've got a certain quota that they have to meet. They need to achieve those numbers, and in order to achieve those, they need to pull people over and, you know, book them in for infractions. I'm not sure that the infractions are a necessity, but they definitely need to pull people over. Let's turn that off a minute. Don't want to kill my battery. The thing is, younger people are a bit more restricted than older people, in the sense that we don't have a whole lot of money. So sometimes it does happen that younger people get themselves on motorbikes and or mopeds that aren't, you know, roadworthy, or they don't have the necessary license or CBT or whatever. Something there isn't quite right. That is simply because, well, for starters, we are reckless. Let's be honest here. A young person is far more likely to do something stupid than an older person. Some of those decisions may involve riding a bike without insurance or tax or MOT or an invalid license or no license at all. an older person is far less likely to do that, and that's why the police tend to go for the younger targets. Also, quite a few older people just don't care. It's because if you think about it, over the course of their lives, they've probably been pulled over quite a few times. They know how it goes. They know the talk. You know that they're not going to be intimidated. It's a lot easier to intimidate a young person that's only been pulled over a couple times before, or never at all. I suppose over the years, you just, even if it doesn't happen very often, you're just used to it. You don't. You know how to react. You know what to do, and you just want to get on with it and get it over with and get on with your day. So yeah, this is my beast. I'm covering up my license plate because I don't really feel like editing it. It's a 2019 Honda CBR 650R. It's my second motorbike. My first one was a Honda CBR 125. I've had this one for... Actually, on the day that I'm recording this, I think it's 3 months. 3 months to the day. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm loving it so far. It's an A2 bike. It's A2 restricted because I'm young. And back on the subject of young people not being able to afford, bigger bikes and all that jazz. I mean, I'm able to afford this because I make life decisions that allow me to afford this. I don't have a lot of money. I'm not rich or anything. I don't have rich parents, and they most certainly would never buy me a motorbike. Yeah. So I made decisions that allowed me to purchase this bike. And one of those decisions was not to have a personal life whatsoever. A social life, rather. Right, I'm going to get back on the bike and start heading home, because if I don't get there on time, I'm not going to have a kebab, and if I don't get my kebab, I'm not going to be a happy child. Let's just get moving and hope that one of these little stones does not destroy either of our tyres. So, what do you all think? Do you think that the police actually discriminates against younger people and favours older people? I mean, I've seen multiple cases of this happening, but in the world of motorbikes, it's interesting. It's very, very interesting because generally people see bikers as sort of a nuisance and unnecessary, and the argument usually is, oh, if you got a car, or if you just buy yourself a car, you won't need a bike. It's not like that. It's really not like that. In fact, that's an actual topic I want to cover in perhaps another video. Cars over bikes, or why choose a bike over a car. Yeah, that's a good topic for another video. Let me know what you think. I'm actually really curious to hear people's opinions on this, because I think it's a fascinating subject. On one hand, it sucks for the younger people because they're basically being discriminated against. Thank you. But on the other hand, I kind of get it, because to be fair, the police does need to meet those numbers, and honestly, if there's an easy way to achieve something, most people will do it. That's just human nature right there. If there's an easy way to achieve it, then people will do it the easy way. Simple as that. So drop your opinions down in the comments below. don't pull out in front of people, and have a great day. See you guys later.